Greetings folks, in this video I'm going to be having a look at the Walksnail Avatar HD Pro single antenna kit. So this is the video transmitter with the Pro camera and just the single antenna. I have had a look at most of the other variations of the Avatar system. This is one that I haven't looked at yet, and this was sort of prompted by the fact that the Banggood September sale is on at the moment. Goes from the 2nd to the 11th of September. It is now September 2025, so there'll be links in the description. Check them out, there should be some discount codes in there. Prices are going crazy all over the place at the moment, and the discounts are often sort of a discount on the full retail price, so make sure you know whether you're actually getting a bargain. Anyway, the sale's on at the moment, check it out. You may be able to get yourself a bargain if you're lucky, but let's go and have a look at the Walksnail HD Pro kit. I already have it mounted up here on my Atom RC Swordfish. This is a wonderful plane for this sort of FPV. I like it mounted up on the top rather than in the nose, so that I can actually see part of the plane. Makes me feel more like I'm actually flying on the plane. I just prefer it that way. I don't have a panning or head tracking set up, but this would be a perfect camera for that sort of thing. Although probably with head tracking, because you're moving your goggles around, the dual antenna would probably be better. It would give you a better chance of maintaining a good link with the video transmitter, because I've found if you're panning the camera around with your head and looking behind when the plane is way off in the distance, you can lose your video link. But anyway, that's just part of the fun. But if you're not head tracking, this is a fantastic setup. Range, well, I don't really do long range, but this would take you several kilometres without any problems at all. I'm just using the basic box goggles, the Goggles L, which I think are fantastic once you get your reading glasses inserted in them or whatever you need. I have old DJI V1 goggles, and the Avatar goggles are better quality for sure. Better quality recording, better quality screen and everything like that. Alright, so I'll have a quick look on the website to have a look at the specs of the camera. Then I'll show you how it comes in the box and show you a close-up of the video transmitter and all of that sort of stuff. So the Pro camera can do 1080p 120 frames a second, high frame starlight, low latency and 160 degrees field of view, built-in 32 gig storage with gyro flow, and the supply voltage 6 volts to 25.2 volts, so you can do it straight from your flight control board without having to change anything. And comparing to the normal HD camera, that is a 4:3 aspect ratio sensor and gyro flow only on the 32 gig version, not the 8 gig version. And the Pro camera specs there: 1080, 60, 720, 120 and 1080, 120. Aperture 1.6, whereas the HD camera is aperture of 2. So the Pro camera has better low light, more light gathering ability from the lens and the sensor, I'd say. So this is the HD 0.00 lux minimum illumination, whereas the Pro is 0.00001 lux. A little bit bigger than the HD camera, 24 millimeters deep, that is 22 millimeters deep, otherwise 19 by 19. So I think it's worth having the Pro camera. It is a very, very nice image, as we'll see when we take it out for a fly. So what comes in the box? Now I always find it quite hard to open these boxes, so I found this little ruler slipped in there, gets it open a lot easier without ripping it all apart. Nicely packaged in dense foam. There's the unit and the camera and the single antenna. Nice big f1.6 lens. And the V2 video transmitter. All the nuts and bolts down there below. Also get connection cables. There's the USB cable to get files from the internal storage, the 32 gig internal storage, and for firmware updates. There's the little power and UART connection cable to connect to flight control board. which gives you low power if it's not armed, and on-screen display stuff, things like that. This is where you plug the little power and UART cable in. RX goes to TX on your flight control board, and TX goes to RX, of course. And there are solder pads beside that as well if you want to solder it on. And this is the little USB connector on the other side. You don't need to leave that connected, you can just connect it when you need to access the internal storage. Antenna is a little UFL connector, and there's a little bar that holds it in place. Just need to undo that bolt there, lift up the bar and pop it in. It's a nice secure way of holding the antenna on. And we get a little bit of a quick start guide as well. So I'll just take that little plate off, just have to undo that bolt that goes all the way through. A 1.5 millimeter Allen key. Loosen off the other end as well. And just carefully click that UFL connector in. They're quite delicate, these things, so you need to make sure you're lined up nice and straight. And then bolt the bar back over the top. So I'll show you the iNav connection. There's the, the Navi board, F405 Atom RC Navi board. So my FPV stuff is connected into that DJI plug on the side there, which gives 9 volts ground TX and RX. And that's enough to run the camera, the video transmitter. And in iNav on the ports page, we just select MSP display port for the relevant UART, which is UART 5. That's what the DJI labelled plug is on the flight control board. Once we've selected MSP display port here, then that gives us the HD options in the video format, and we choose avatar there. And this is how I set up my screen. I like to keep it clear in the middle so I've got a nice view, and I also have a screen usually that has less stuff on it. Do I? Yes, there it is there. I also have a screen that has tuning details on it as well, but my standard screen is this one here. Now, to get all of this on-screen display stuff in your recorded video, you need to use a third-party app called the WalkSnail OSD tool. Then click Start Render, and that will give you a video file with the OSD information overlaid. So these are the files that get recorded on the goggles. We've got the Avatar MP4, the OSD and the SRT files. And if we just drag them into the WalkSnail OSD tool, it puts them in the right spot. I have previously loaded on this WalkSnail iNav Nexus font file, and then we just choose how we want to render. A lot quicker if you use hardware rendering. Choose all the different positions and sizes of things if you want them. Start the render. This is only a very short clip, so it'll do it very, very quickly. That's done, and that has put a file wherever you want it to be put with OSD appended on the back, and here's the file. I'll show you the full file when we get going, but that shows what it ends up looking like. So there is the WalkSnail HD Pro Kit single antenna. Single antenna makes it easier to mount. You only have to mount one antenna, I suppose. You don't have to provide for two. A little bit cheaper, great quality pro camera, and awesome 1080p recording in your goggles and on the unit itself with GyroFlow. So fantastic quality camera. This is all I need to use, really. I haven't been tempted to update my DJI gear at all. This is absolutely fine. I have a 4K Moonlight if I want higher resolution recordings. But I think the image quality from the Pro camera is better than the Moonlight camera anyway. Okay, that'll do it for this video. Weather's pretty horrible at the moment, so I can't take it out to fly just yet, but that will be in a future video. Make sure to read the description for information about the Banggood sale, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.